It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Open man Lamb. It's complete. 30. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short yardage, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on third downs, and it's costing him.
On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Maher able to put this one through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker, defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Prescott to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
I know some fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Maher is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's loose again. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Eagles.
Again, help partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Elliott now to have the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. This is taken at the 18. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. On 2nd and 10, Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 66 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, 31 yards. And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Gets around him. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th of the ball game. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Hurts. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 58 yards. And the Eagles continue to run up the score. They lead it big.